Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite books that I read this year, and then I will also probably be reading my Goodreads. I don't know what order this is in. I think I ordered it from when I started reading in the beginning of the year to now. I also wanted to show you guys the little things I got to put on my bookshelf. I posted a TikTok going to Target with my friends. You guys should follow me on TikTok as well. We got this cat snow globe. It's so cute. Okay, let's stop. Also got, this is the second and only thing I got really, was this snowman from Target as well. So cute. Now we're gonna get started. The first book that we're gonna be talking about today is the book Archer's Voice. I read a lot of books this year that were like, okay, you know, like I gave most of my books 4 stars because I'm not that picky, right? Brie Prescott, she is moving to Maine, or she moved to Maine in this book. And you know, she had some trauma that followed her along the way. I won't spoil what it was. She meets Archer Hale, who happens to be deaf, and Brie knows sign language, so they kind of navigate through each other's lives. We just follow along their story. I think it's a very cute love story, one that I don't think is like written about much, which I think makes this book also special. I read The Stinger by Mia Sheridan, and that book, that literally put me into a reading slump. I did not like it because I didn't know it was about war or like the army or whatever it was. Like, I don't want to read about that. This book, I thought it was very cute, very cozy, and I think you guys should read it. For the next book, we have Love Theoretically by the infamous Ali Hazelwood. The story follows Elsie Hanaway, who needs to make money on the side, so in order to make money, she becomes a fake girlfriend for people. Jack Smith, an experimental physicist. Basically, they meet each other, and then she realizes that he ruined her mentor's career. And so they kind of have like a hate relationship in the beginning, but then they later realize that, you know, they love each other or whatever. This book was great. Wasn't my favorite. I think I liked Love on the Brain better, but I read that last year, so, but it's up here. I think Love on the Brain is my favorite, and then this one's my second out of the Love scientific series. I will now read my Goodreads. I rated this book 4 stars, and I started it on January 10th, and then apparently I finished it on January 20th. Now, if that's true, I don't know. I don't know why it took me 10 days to read a book. I think I was just, you know, going through things at that time. I'm gonna preface this by saying that I started doing reviews because I didn't think people cared, right? So I would just write like 1 sentence. So here it is. Started off a bit slow, but once I got into it, I loved these characters together. If that doesn't say you should read it, I don't know what will. Okay, for the next book, we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. This story follows Mika Moon, which, love that name. She's a witch, and you know, she has to hide her magic from people. She gets a message randomly to teach these 3 young girls to learn their magic and stuff. So she goes to this manor or house or whatever. It's called the Nowhere House. She meets Jamie, the librarian of the house, and he's very snarky. He wants to, like, he's very protective over these children, of course, and he wants to make sure that Mika is not like a threat to these children. But along the journey, you know, they reconcile with each other, and then they end up falling in love. And I'm sure there's turmoil that happens or whatever. There is turmoil, but I don't remember it. So this year I've read more. I wanted to read more like witchy books, or like, you know, powers and stuff like that, just because, I don't know, I just wanted to. I definitely think you guys should read this book. I've seen many people say that they like it, just like me. I will now read my Goodreads on it. I rated this book 4 stars, and I started it on February 14th and finished it on February 16th. And I wrote, very cute and wholesome book. Love the relationship between Mika and Jamie, even though it's subtle. Also love their whole family dynamic. So I guess, I don't remember, but maybe they didn't like they got together, but like I don't think, I like that they got together, but they didn't focus their whole, like the book wasn't all about their relationship. It was also about the relationship with these children and the owner of the house. You should read it. Now for my next book, I have The Mistake by L. Kennedy. Don't remember what was in it, but I know I loved it. I love this whole series. Besides the last one, I didn't read it because I didn't like the characters. This one was my favorite book of this series. I love this ending of this book, and I love the characters that were in this book, like the side characters. This book, so they have like a little, I love the ending where they have like a little talk show thing, and he, you know, obviously he did her wrong, and he wants to make it up to her, and he goes there, and I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I love the scene and I love those two characters. For that book, I rated it 4 stars as well, and I read it on I started on February 23rd and finished it February 24th, and I wrote, I love this book, Stan, Grace, and Logan. Is her name even Grace? It's Grace. Okay, Stan, Grace, and Logan, and loved how instead of having the conflict in the end like most books, it was in the beginning. Can't wait to read the rest. Next we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I read the fine print and a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was okay, but this one, I think this is my first 5 stars of this year. We have Declan, which is the oldest brother out of the 3 in the series, and he's like the CEO, or he wants to be the next CEO of the media empire. You have Iris, who is like his secretary. He puts his trust in Iris because he knows she's never going to do him wrong. In order for Declan to get part of, is it Declan? I don't know. To get part of his inheritance, he has to like get married and things like that, but he's like, I don't have anyone to get married to. And Iris offers to marry him, and they're gonna have babies or children together. This book was great. The communication was great. It was also bad at the same time. I didn't get the 3rd book because I hate second chance romance. It's so annoying. Like, you guys, come on. So I rated this book 5 stars, and I started it on March 3rd, and I finished it on March 5th. First 5-star book of the year. I absolutely love these characters and the banter they have with one another. The ending was great, and I love the growth they showed within each other. You guys should read it, or don't. It doesn't matter. So like, after this period of me reading was where I started, there was like, I was reading after that, but you know, none of the books were like that good. But and then I read Stinger by Mia Sheridan, and that put me into literally a month of me not reading any books because that book was so bad. I will read you a review of the book. War Is Over. I have finally finished this book. The beginning of the story was good. I just think it was a bit boring. Then in the middle is where I really just wanted to not finish it, just because I felt like it felt so long and unnecessary. But I did like the ending of the story. I'm gonna hint you guys, I did not finish the book. So I don't know the ending. I think I read like the ending, but I didn't read like the in-between. I am glad that I am finished with it though. All I have to say is Archer's voice was better. This was when I realized like I could just rate books 5 stars if I want to. Like, it doesn't have to be like this like grandiose writing. Like, I want a story that'll make me happy. The next book is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. How do you spell fortune? I think it's fortune. How do you yeah, whatever. Oh, we have Lucy, who is vacationing in Prince Edward's Island. Felix is like a local there. He lives there. He's lived there all his life. Lucy and Felix meet at like this oyster place, and they immediately hit it off. But Lucy doesn't know that Felix is her brother's best friend. I read this book in the summer, I'm pretty sure, and I just loved like the island that they were at. There was also a lot of talk of Anne of Green Gables, which I love Anne with an E. So I rated this book 5 stars, and I started it June 26th and finished it June 29th. I love this book. I feel like a lot of Dating My Best Friend's Brothers books are done poorly, but this one was well made. I love the relationship that Lucy has with her friends and Felix. I need to go to Prince Edward Island and find my Gilbert, because if you know, you know. The next book we have is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood can do no wrong, book-wise. I don't know about anything else she does. This is her first YA book, I'm pretty sure, and she ate it down. She ate it down. We follow Mallory Greenleaf, who she used to play chess. She was like the best of the best at chess when she was younger, but something happened and she just stopped playing chess. Nolan Sawyer, who he's like the current world champion of chess right now. Her friend gets her to play one last charity tournament, and she ends up going against Nolan, and she ends up beating him, and he's like, you know, so surprised because he's supposed to be the best of the best, and everyone's surprised. Mallory, she like gets scouted by like people, and they get her to start doing chess again professionally. Oh, they go to like worlds and compete against other teams like playing chess. You know, I love YA romances. I think she did it very well for it being her first time. Rated this book 4 stars, and I started it July 9th and then I finished it the same day. So I put HH, whatever. I love this book and all of the characters. Their story is so cute. I just wish the ending was a bit better. Hello everyone, hopefully you guys can hear me. But that will be the end of the video. I accidentally didn't realize that my mic stopped working. So I had recorded more books that I liked this year, but you know, my mic stopped working. So I will post a part 2 video where I talk about the other books. I think I had like 4 left that I wanted to include. And then I will also talk about the books that I didn't like this year, because I don't think there was that many, but there was a few that were like, just why was this even a book? But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.